One of the problems that when you don't use technology all that often, you tend to forget how to work the camera. Such was the case a few minutes ago. So this is Tom Conway's Christmas message, take two. Now those of you who've been riding with me for the past couple of years know that I usually put something out in the holidays where I pontificate and end up wishing everybody a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. This is not a year for pontification. In fact, this is a year where I found something so strong, so impressive, written by someone so much younger than myself, that I was blown away by it. Just when I think things can't get any worse, someone comes along, smacks me in the back of the head, and says, "Hey, look, there's still hope in this world." And this is what I hope you'll get from this piece that I'm going to record now. I know it's my first time for this publication, and it's probably not appropriate for me to break one of the universal rules, but I'm going to break it anyway, because this issue needs to be addressed. This election year has been a divisive time in our country's history. I have never seen such hatred thrown from both sides of the aisle before. I have never witnessed people near to me fight as aggressively as they did this year. I have never watched so many people break off ties with each other until this year's election, where the tension caused human connections to be severed. The election cycle was the year of many firsts. Some may say it's for the worst, and some may say it's for the better. But there is one first that we can all agree must never happen: the suspension of the Golden Rule. From a young age, we are taught to be kind to each other and to treat people how we want to be treated. As time went on, we grew up. We stopped being preached this Golden Rule and had to bear the responsibility of reminding ourselves of this important moral standard. Unfortunately, for all the attempts made to drill it into our brain, this rule occasionally drifted away from our priorities to make room for other thoughts and information, and consequently became a mere afterthought. No matter what side of politics you're on, you can't deny the facts. In the past 2 months, hate crimes have been on the rise. In the last year, hate speech and outward and public hatred towards minorities have been normalized. Reports from government officials and nonpartisan institutions support this unfortunate truth. According to a civil rights panel, Michigan has seen an increase in hate crimes by 65 times after the presidential election. According to the New York City Police Department, New York has seen an increase of 115%. Hold that number in your mind for a second. 115%, particularly among Jews. Regardless of how you feel about the media, these factual reports can't be dismissed as corruptions and lies from the media. I will not point fingers or accuse anyone of causing these horrific hate crimes. After all, no one person is directly committing these acts of hate. No one person is drawing swastikas on people's cars. No one person is verbally abusing an NYPD officer and shoving her son because she is Muslim. No one person is murdering innocent people because of their ethnicity or religion. Whatever the reason may be for this spike in hate crimes, we must not sit idly by and tolerate this. We must speak out against these crimes and support our fellow human beings. No matter how our views and beliefs differ from each other, we must all join hand in hand for peace, tolerance, and justice for all. We must reassert the golden rule regardless of our differences and treat everyone how we want to be treated. Treat every person like a human being with their own families, struggles, emotions, and above all us, their inalienable rights. No one should be denied the most basic rights based on their ethnicity, gender, or religion. We can't categorize groups of people, label them with a few different aspects, and establish stereotypes. We can't justify the limitation of human rights based on the extremist who just so happen to share a commonality with a certain group. This goes against the very ideals and foundations of this country. If we tell our children to follow the golden rule, so should we. Just because we are older and far away from our kindergarten teachers, who reiterated this rule far more than we can count, it does not mean that the rule no longer applies to us. I implore you to reestablish the golden rule, which is extremely underestimated for its power and truth. These simple words, however insignificant they may seem, are fundamental to how this nation should run and how its people should act. This isn't about party lines, this is about morals. During the holiday season and the start of the new year, I hope that we can reestablish the golden rule and continue to give and receive kindness in the years to come. Now, out of respect for this gentleman's privacy, I'm not going to tell you who he is, but I believe he's someone we all should be listening to, no matter if you're an old bleep like me or a young buck. And so I wish you all a very Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and like I told the people on my recent virtual deployment for the Red Cross, I sure hope 2017 is a lot better for us all than 2016 was. Hang in there. Tom's out.